I'm all with
Where do you think? Have you eaten it?
When you're big enough.
That's what we stick. Not far away. You've probably never heard this song. That's Spanish.
How much are you here from Bohemia? Thinking you know everything. They teach that at school.
Spanish at school? Do you learn Spanish at school? Well, you know more now. We should teach you about it.
It's the school of life, you know.
Yeah, it is. You learn more on the street.
You wouldn't want to stop
I'm not,
education.
I'm not that. Because I live by the sea, don't I? I live
Yeah, we're sending millions to Bohemia in the summer.
Yeah. You'd have an absolute laugh.
Give you more work. What's the feature?
I don't think you should get work until it's 10.
I started work when I was 8 years old.
That was a different time.
I had to walk uphill.
It was in the work
there and back.
It was the workhouse.
Let's go up the chimney. Yeah.
You were talking by an elderly gentleman and a ragtag group of orphans.
I met Santa there once. He's been there for like 4 years. Not this in this chimney.
How did I decide?
I was talking,
That's it.
I was talking biscuits and that.
What's in your boots?
Amelia!
She's taking chocolates.
What are you doing?
Come
on.
You don't know where they've been. Careful.
Stop it! You had too much gin.
Has anyone been keeping an eye on how much she's drinking? Don't sit in her lap.
Every Christmas.
That's good, Jim. Whitley Neal.
Oh, thank you.
I may have started it already.
That's alright, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
You have to. Oh, nice. Oh, lovely. Camillo? God.
Yeah, we do. Alright.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Did you even bang? No, don't try to let it. You have to do it. Hold it. Now pull. Let's try it.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Familiar.
Oh!
Better. There you go. Alright, this inside.
You got one? What did the Christmas tree say to the decoration? Aren't you tired of hanging around? That's quite good actually. It made me laugh like that.
Will do ever.
Oh, it's time to decorate the Bohemia tree, I think.
Ben's tree.
Hours happening. Listen, you're going to want that stuff to do
I
that.
know. Hey, look, it matches my pudding.
Around the Bohemia tree. No, I gave it to my mum. Oh, and look, a little lovely. That's out there. Lovely, there you go. Oh, you can have this as an earring. What the? Oh gosh, it's connected. What's that? Oh, you look absolutely ravishing,
Leontes!
I thought you'd like it. You didn't like it? Oh, okay.
Leave him alone.
Child.
You don't
Leave him
mind, yeah?
alone.
But I know what will make you feel better. Let's play a game. Let's play musical statues. Yeah, you do. Come on, I know you do deep down. I know you want to do this. Okay. Right. There are no practice rounds. When you're out, you're out. And my word is final. Okay? Are we all ready? Are we all ready? Yes! Yes! Okay. When the music stops, we stop. Okay, so like so. Bam! And when the music's on, I want to see your best dance moves. Quite a slow song this one. Should we slow dance? I chose this, Archdemus. Mark your words. Okay. Round one. Ah! Amelia, I saw your head move from the back. Yeah, I did. Look at this. Honestly, slow it. Nah. Okay.
I'll just get rid of that.
Take that off. Yeah, okay. Someone. All right.
Too late.
And go. Whoa. Archdemus. Sorry, weren't you going to try? What?
Loser.
So sad. Uncle Camillo, do you think you'd dancing with my mum like that. You're out. Goodbye. No, that's not on. Out. Ciao. Becky. Yeah, you. Okay. Yep. Uh-huh. Right. Read it up. Bear, you're on your phone. I was playing this for you. You're out.
Oh no, the tragedy.
It's Christmas.
Final 3. Dad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, I'll be in the kitchen.
Thanking you.
Alright, love you.
Final 2. Uncle Polixenes, I'm very sorry, but you are out. Bye-bye. Which means, yes, you won. Oh, you win, Mum. Yes, please. Have you seen this? Oh. Clean it up. You gonna? Are you gonna help, Bear?
If you shall chance, Camillo, to visit Bohemia Park and serve your boss there, as I am now serving my boss here in Sicilia Court, you shall see much difference between my Bohemia and your Sicilia.
I think my boss, Leontes, means to reciprocate the visit this summer, which he rightly owes to your boss, Polixenes. Leontes cannot show himself overly kind to Polixenes. They were brought up together in their childhood, and such an affection took root between them then, it cannot help but flourish now, and the heavens continue their love.
I think there is not in the world either malice nor matter to alter it. You have a worthy treasure here in your young Prince Mamilius. He is a young man of the greatest promise that ever came into my note.
I heartily agree with you in your hope of him. He's a splendid child. His spirit remedies what ails. He makes tired hearts fresh.
I'll get you next time.
Got ya. I got ya. I'm taking this. And this.
9 cycles of the silver moon have passed since I left Bohemia without its boss. Time that long and more would be consumed, my dear friend, with my thanks. Yet I should, before the cock crows dawn, drive back towards home. And so, like a year that contains many days, I gather one I thank you with many hundreds more that came before it.
Well, hold your thanks a while and just give them when you go.
Friend, that's tomorrow. I'm spurred on by my fears of what's transpired or bred throughout my absence. Besides, I've stranger hospitality.
I am tougher, brother, than you credit me for.
I cannot stay.
Well, just 1 week longer.
I must depart tomorrow.
We'll split the time between them and I'll not take no for an answer.
Press me no further, I beg you. There's no tongue that moves, none in the world such as yours that could convince me. So, farewell, brother.
Ply him, Hermione. Let me this. Give us the phone. What are they saying?
Well, she's saying that you would really like Uncle Polixenes to stay. Pretty please.
Okay.
Okay.
And
What
what's
are you
he
saying? Oh, I swear to God, like, I can't, no, I've got to go. And then she's saying, oh, you swear to God? All right. Never mind that, because, you know, you could just swear on me instead.
Hey?
Yeah. All right.
she wants to lock him up.
Right?
Wait, you like that, don't you? Oh, I found them handcuffs.
Wait, that's not
No,
important,
okay.
Emilius.
Okay, what does he say? Like, well, what do you think of that? And he's going, you know what, I actually don't think he liked that. I think he quite likes, so he locked up my mum. Yeah, look, you're smiling. That's what you're saying.
No, hold on. Is he yet one? Stay. Hermione, you've never signed to a better purpose. Never but once.
I signed beautifully before. When? I persuaded Polixenes to stay. But I signed beautifully before. When? Tell me. I must know.
That was when 3 milky months had soured themselves to death. Before you'd give the gift of your sweet hand and swear yourself my love. Then did you sign, I am yours forever. Remember?
Yes, she said that. She said, I'm yours forever. You're her husband. She signed with me and gained a friend.
Hot! Hot! To mingle friendship far as mingling buds. I have a tremor cordis on me, but my heart dances, but not for joy, not joy. Their entertainment may innocently play, and lack restraint from clean and chaste exuberant regard, and well become the players may I grant, but to be pressing palms and pinching fingers as they are now, and making practice smiles as if in a mirror, and then to sigh as if a deer upon its death. Oh, that is a spectacle my bosom likes not, nor my brow. And now, Emilius, are you my boy?
Yes, that I am.
Yeah. There he is. There's my tadpole. Look, you've smudged your nose. It is like mine. Come, Captain. We must be neat. Well, not neat, but cleanly, Captain. Just patty caking it upon his palm. How now, you wanton calf? Are you my calf?
Yes, if you will.
Well, you like the rough patch and the false wife I have to be just like me. Yet, they say we are almost alike as eggs. Well, women say that who will say anything. But they are as false as counterfeit money, as rhinestones, as dice fixed by cheats who can see no breach between what's his and mine. Still, it's not wrong to say the boy looks like me. Come, Captain! Look on me with your chestnut eyes. Could your mother? Could this be affection? Your infection stabs my marrow, and you make possible all things not to be believed. Communicator of dreams, partner to all things unreal, trickster of the mind and husband nothing! Though it's possible, you're onto something and you know it, and it's far from invention and I feel it, and that's what's caused this corruption of my brains.
How, friend? What news? How are you, best brother? Are you troubled?
No. For sometimes faces do betray themselves, their tenderness, and make themselves a jest to harder bosoms. Looking at the lines of my boy's face, I imagine myself some 23 years ago. How alike I thought I was to this colonel, this squire, some gentleman. And how, good sir, would you take ice for ice cream?
No, I fight.
You would? Good luck to you, sir. My friend, Are you as fond of your son as you can see I am of mine?
When at home, sir, he's all my exercise, all my mirth. He's my best sworn friend, then my enemy, my parasite, my soldier, statesman, all. He makes a July day, a December day as short as July, and with his sunny impishness, cures my tendency to brood.
Well, so stands this squire officed with me. We two will walk, my friend. Leave you to your graver steps. Come on. Hermione, how you love us, show him in kindness. Let what is prized in Sicilia be cheap. Next to yourself and my young rascal here, he's the nearest to my heart.
We're going to the garden. Do you want to meet us there?
Go how and where you like. If you're beneath the sky, you will be found. Go on. See, I'm fishy now, though they perceive it not how I give line. Fishy, fishy. How she holds up her nose, her face to him, and fronts with all the boldness of a wife to her allowing husband. Gone. Already. Sunk in. Knee deep. Go play, boy! Play! Your mother plays, and so do I, but so disgraced to part the audience would hiss me to my grave. Coarse ridicule will be my eulogy. Play, boy! Play! There has been many duped husbands, and many a man there is, even now, will I stand and speak this, who holds his wife by the arm, and does not think she has been sluiced in his absence, and his pond fished by his next neighbour, by Sir Smile, his neighbour. Hey, there's comfort in it, that other men have gates that, like mine, were opened against their will. Should all men despair that have unfaithful wives? A tenth of mankind would hang themselves. No remedy, none. No barricading your bride's birthing hole, brethren, for it lets in and out the enemy with club and dagger. There are many thousands of us that have this disease and feel it not. And now, Mamilius, are you my boy?
I am like you, they say.
Yeah, well, there's some comfort in it. What? Camillo now?
Yeah.
Well played, Mamilius. You are an honest man. Polixenes will not stay longer.
To keep him from his car was quite a task. He seemed resolved to hit the road.
You saw that?
Yeah, he wouldn't stay at your request. He made his workload more pressing.
You noticed that? See, they're gossiping already. Whispering. Giggling. Leontes has no idea. It is well known when I am the last to know. Why was it, Camilla, that he did stay?
Well, at your good wife's entreaty.
Good. Good wife.
Mm.
Good should be germane. And while it is not. Tell me, Camilla, was this perceived by any other keen, observant eye but yours? The estate knows not of this business, does it?
Business? I think most know Polixenes stays here longer.
Huh?
Stays here longer
Yeah, but why?
to satisfy your request and the entreaties of your most gracious wife.
Satisfy. The entreaties of my gracious wife. Satisfy. Let that suffice. I've trusted you, Camilla, with all things dearest to my heart and confidences, wherein priest-like I've come forth from you a penitent, reformed. But I've been deceived by you, Camilla, and deceived by false integrity.
I swear not.
To think upon it, you are not honest, or if you are genuine, you hide your honesty away and shirk your duty bond to speak, or else you are lax and therefore undeserving of my solemn trust and therefore negligent, or else a fool, one who sees the game played out, the rich prize won and takes it as a joke.
Gracious Leontes, I mean, I may be foolish, but in every one of these, no man is free. But these are all more mild liabilities than dishonesty could ever be called. Be plainer with me. Tell me my offence by its own true name. If then I deny it, it's none of mine.
Have you not seen, Camillo, or heard, or thought my wife is slippery? She is a hobby horse, and deserves a cruder name as any rank slut that puts out for a flop cock. Now say it and recognise it.
I will not be a stander by and hear Hermione so slandered, not without my fierce objection noted. Stab my heart. You have never spoken what becomes you less than this, to which to give utterance to is just as much a sin as that you name.
Is signing nothing? His noses meeting, is leaning cheek to cheek, is ending the career of laughter with a sigh, a telltale sign of infidelity, is playing footsies, skulking in corners, wishing clocks more swift, hours, minutes, noon and midnight, and all eyes blind to the goings on that the wicked are unseen. If that is nothing, then Polixenes is nothing. My wife is nothing. The earth and all that's in it is nothing. The covering sky is nothing. If this nothing has nothing!
Gracious Leontes, you must cure yourself of this diseased opinion, and at once, for it is most dangerous.
Say it be. It's true.
No, it's not.
It is! I say it is! And you lie, Camillo, and I hate you! You are a gross lout, a weak-minded fool, or else a hypocrite, one who can see both good and evil, inclining to them both. Were my wife's liver as infected as her life, she would not survive the passing of 1 hour.
Who does infect her?
Why, he who wears her like a medal hanging round his neck, Polixenes! Had I servants true to protect my honour the way they guard the count of their salary, they would do that which would undo more doing. Yeah. And you, as cupbearer, who I from lower rank have raised and given status in my court, who can see as clearly as the stars above how vexed I am, could put some spice into his cup, present that nightcap to my enemy, whose mortal sleep might bring me to some rest.
I could do this, and with a softer venom that would not cause as much suspicion as a harsher poison. But I cannot believe Hermione to be at fault, her being foremost honourable. I have loved you since I started.
Hold your peace. Do you think I am so muddied, so deranged, to bring this agitation on myself, soil and stain the freshness of my sheets, which being clean is sleep, which being dirtied is burrs, thorns, nettles, tails of wasps? Would I do this, bring shame to the blood of my boy, my son, who I do love and I do think is mine, without just cause? Good man, so botch!
Yet I must believe you, sir. I do. And will snuff out Polixenes, provided that once he is removed, you once again take Hermione back into your embrace and silence the gossiping tongues in nearby courts and estates allied to yours.
You now advise me the same I my own course had charted. I'll bring no blemish to a name, none.
Go then, and with a countenance as clear as friendships where it feasts, be with Polixenes and with your wife. I will be his cupbearer. If he get wholesome beverage from me, count me not your servant.
Do it. You'll have half of my heart. Do not. You split your own.
I'll do it.
And I will seem friendly, as you have advised.
Poor, miserable Hermione. As for me, what must I do? I am to be the poisoner of good Polixenes, and my obedience to do it is to serve Leontes, whom, in rebellion with himself, would have all those around him hurt. If I do this, reward follows. But even if I could find example of thousands that had snuffed out human life and flourished after, I'd still not do it. But there's not one plaque, not one stony monument that I can find. Therefore, because even criminals themselves reject it, I'll deny Leontes. To do it or not, either way, means ruin for me. Heaven bless me now. Oh, here comes Polixenes.
How strange. Seems my welcome has begun to wane. He scowled. Oh, good day, Camillo.
Good day, sir.
Leontes has on him such countenance as if he'd lost battle for a country loved almost as much as he loves himself. Just now I passed him with customary greeting, and he, rolling his eyes toward the heaven and oozing an awe of contempt, sped from me. This leaves me to consider what's breeding that changes his demeanour.
Well, I dare not know.
How dare not? Do you know but dare not know? Now, be forthright in this, whatever it is within yourself that you do know, you must reveal, and you must not say you dare not know. For your changed expression is to me a mirror which shows me mine changed also. For I must be party to this alteration, finding myself being altered with it.
There is a sickness. But I may not answer.
How? Spread to me. If you know that which may befit my knowledge thereof to be informed, imprison it not in ignorant concealment.
Sir, I will tell you, for I am charged in honour, and by you whom I think honourable, but my advice must be as swiftly followed as I mean to deliver it up, or else you and I both cry lost, and so good night.
Well, go on, Camillo.
I am assigned by him to murder you.
By whom, Camillo?
By Leontes!
Oh, what?
Oh, he thinks... No, he swears with all the confidence as though he'd witnessed it or been accessory to spur you to it, that you have touched his wife forbiddenly.
Well then, my best blood turns to an infected chili. How'd this all start?
I don't know. But surely it is better to avoid what's grown than question how it was born. Therefore, if you trust my loyalty, which lies enclosed in my chest, which I now give to you as collateral, let us go. Your entourage about this business I can inform, and in 2s and 3s by stations can clear out of the city. For me, I put myself in your service, for here, because of this discovery, is collapsed. By the honour of my parents, I speak the truth, and I
believe you. I saw his heart on his face. Now, take my hand. Be shepherd to me, and your fortune will be bound with mine. My car's waiting. My people already expected my departure 2 days ago. This jealousy is for a precious creature. Come, Camillo, I will respect you forever if you can preserve my life. Lead on, away.
hurry. Let us be gone from here.
Mum! 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 Oh, come on. Ma'am.
Oh.
Don't say that.
Come, my feisty lord. Your mother is past exhaustion. Shall I be your playfellow?
No, I don't want you.
Why, my sweet lord?
Because you'll smother me and speak to me as if I were a baby still.
Your
I love
mother,
you better.
young sir, is rounded out. I shall present my services to a fine new boy any day now, and then you will miss my playing and you'll wish me back.
Yeah, I will. I won't be told. Oh, that's just a... It's just a me. You want a story? I can get you a story. Happy or sad, shall it be? You want a happy story? But a sad tale's best for winter. I know one of ghosts and goblins. One of ghosts, and I'll make it extra scary to fright you. Okay, so there was once a man, and one day. Oh, sit down. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. There was once a man, and one day.
Give me the boy!
he was walking out.
Although he does resemble me, there's too much of you in him. But
and
take
he
the
was
boy
there.
hence, he shall not go near her. Take him away, let her play with herself and him who she's big by, for it's Polixenes that makes her swell.
Amelia!
No. She swears is not is and swears that you would believe her saying. However, you lean to the contrary.
Look, Antigonus, look, watch her closely. And if you are inclined to say she is a goodly lady, the justice of your heart must add, 'tis pity she's not true or honourable. Praise her for her outward beauty and charm, for it is true deserves high praise. But soon you'll shrug and hum and ha. And it's in these shrugs and hums and ha's that line up. If once you will say she's good, must come before, if next you will say she's honest. Take it from he who has the most reason to grieve the truth. She is an adulteress.
An adulteress? No. She says, if a villain said so, most notorious villain in the world, he'd be more villainous. You're mistaken.
You're mistaken, my lady. You mistake Polixenes for Leontes. I have said she is an adulteress. I have said with who. And Camillo is her co-conspirator, one who knows what she should shame to know herself, were she not so stewed in learned reverie. She is a bed-swerver and deserves every crude and ranker name as she deserves. And she knew about their planned escape.
No. She swears on her life she was privy to none of this. And she wonders how this will grieve you when you come to clearer knowledge you've spoken this way to her. Gentle Leontes, you need to look inside yourself. The only way to right her is to say that you were wrong.
No! If I am unsound on which I build upon, then the earth is not strong enough to bear a schoolboy's top. Now, take her to the cellar, and any who speak for her are guilty because they speak.
She says some ill planet reigns. She must be patient until the heavens look with face more friendly. And good friends. No, she's not prone to weeping. and the dryness of her eyes might dry your pities, but she has an honourable grief lodged here. It burns worse than tears drown.
Look at me.
She asked you to look at her. Measure her with your thoughts, with your compassion, measure her.
Shall I be obeyed?
She's asking who is going to go with her. She wants me. Because, as you can see, her state requires it. She asked me not to weep. When I know she deserves to be locked up, then I can abound in tears when she's freed. This journey she now goes on, it's but a test for her. She never wished to see you so sorry. Now she trusts she shall.
Go! Do my bidding! Off!
Be sure of what you do, or your justice may prove violence in which 3 souls suffer: yourself, your wife, your son. I would my life lay down, and I will do it, sir, just if you will accept that Hermione is blameless in the eyes of heaven and of you. I mean, of this which you accuse her.
Hold your peace.
It is not for myself that I speak. It is for you. You have been lied to by some vile perjurer that will be damned for it. If I knew the villain, I'd make the scoundrel...
Cease, Lamar! You smell this business with a sense as cold as a dead man's nose. I see it and feel it. Oh, you will see these hands which will seize your neck and feel it when they do.
If this proves true, we need no grave to bury. There's not a drop of it left on the face of this whole dingy earth.
So I lack credit.
I wish you did in this, sir. I would be more content if you would prove her honour true than your suspicion, however you may be judged for it.
What need we consult with you in this instead of following our own sound investigation? Our prerogative requires not your opinion, though our goodliness inquires of it. But let it be known, if you are bereft of sense and cannot or will not accept a truth such as this, let it be known, we need not your advice. This matter, the right, the wrong, the judging of it all, is properly mine.
And I do wish, sir, that you had tried the case within your silent judgment without more commentary.
Why is that? Either you were born a fool, or you've grown ignorant with age. Camillo's flight, compounded by their gross display of lust, evident as the stained sheets they left, which only lacked sight to be proven true, rank first amongst the evidences that sure upon the truth that push on this proceeding. Yet, for greater evidence still, for in a case of this importance were most wrongful to be rash, I, with urgency, have called the oracle, whose counsel will stop or spare me on. Have I done well?
You have, indeed. The oracle speaks truth.
Though I am satisfied in what I know and need no more, The oracle will provide reassurances to he who cannot accept or bring up themselves a truth such as this. We had thought it wise to keep the slut confined, locked up for now, so that the treachery of others not be left for her to do. Come. Follow me. We mean to give a speech, for this discovery will rouse us all.
Rouse us to laughter, as I see it, if the good truth were known.
Whoa!
You know me, do you not?
A worthy lady, and one I do honour.
I pray you then, escort me to Hermione.
May not, madam. I have been instructed strictly to the contrary.
What a thing! To lock up honesty and honour from the access of friendly visitors. Tell me, is it allowed to see Amelia? She's with her, yes?
I must be present at your conference.
So be it. Get her. This eager push to make no stain a stain colours outside the lines. Amelia! How does our gracious lady... Oh.
As well as one so great and so forlorn may hold together. Despite her fight and woes, which never, as expectant mother, brave better, she has before a time given birth.
A boy?
A daughter, healthy babe, likely to live and strong. Hermione receives much comfort from her. Says, my poor prisoner, I'm innocent as you.
Oh, I tell you true. There's come much grief from Leontes' fantasies, and he must be told so, and he shall by me. This task becomes a woman best. But no, if I resort to flattery, let my tongue blister, and never be the loyal partner to my anger anymore. And so, Amelia, convey my happy blessings to Hermione. If she dares trust me with her little babe, I'll show Leontes and undertake to be her loudest advocate. We do not know how he may soften at the sight of the child. Sometimes the silence of pure innocence persuades where speaking fails.
Most worthy madam, your honour, your goodness are so clear. You in this great task will surely birth a happy offspring. There is no lady living more suited for this errand.
Food.
Oh, bless you. I will tell Hermione and I will bring the babe to you.
Madam, if it please Hermione to send the babe, I fear what comes to me if I allow it without command.
You need not fear it, sir. The child was prisoner to the womb, but now she's freed by nature's process. And so now she has entered personhood. Hello. No longer a party to the anger of her father, nor guilty of, if any are, the crimes of her good mother. I say believe it. Upon my honour, I will stand between you and danger.
All night, all day, no rest. It is my weakness that burdens me this way. Mere weakness. If I could eradicate the cause, part of the cause, she, the adulteress, but the fuckboy has fled, out of my reach, and banished from the workings of my brain and heart, but she I can reel to me. What if she were gone? Thrown in a fire. A modicum of my rest might be returned to me. Who's that? How does Mamilius?
He slept well tonight. It's hoped his sickness will discharge.
His strength collapsed at the detection of his mother. He took it very deeply. Seemed to sink in his spirits, his appetite, his sleep, and thoroughly languished. Forget me, go check on him. Forget your former friend. The very thought of my revenge that way recoils upon me. He himself is too mighty. So, in the shade of his allegiance, let him hide until the time is right. For present vengeance, look to her. Camillo and Polixenes laugh at me, make hobby of my sorrow. They would not laugh if I could hook them, and nor will she within my power.
You must not enter.
No, my good sir. Don't bar my way to him. You fear his cruel passion's reign more than Hermione's good life. Her gracious, innocent soul's more pure than he is jealous.
That's enough.
Madam, he's not slept well tonight, commanded none should come to him.
Not so rough, good sir. I've come to bring him sleep, whereas you, sir, do creep like shadow round him and will jump whenever he will whine. Whereas you, sir, do nourish the cause of his insomnia, I've come with words as medicinal as true, candid as both, to purge him of that sickness which hinders him from sleep.
What noise there, huh?
No noise, Leontes, but needful conference about some gossip with your good self.
What? Away with this audacious lady. Antigonus, I charged you that your wife not come around me. I knew she would. You cannot rule her.
From bad behaviour he can, but in this, unless he takes the same course you have and constricts me for committing honour, trust it, he shall not rule me. Leontes, I've come, and I implore you, hear me, as one who calls herself your loyal advisor, your physician, your obedient counsellor, and yet who dares appear less so in comforting your evils than these appear to do. I say I've come from your good wife.
Good wife.
Good wife, oh yes, good wife. I say good wife, and I would fight to prove she's good.
Take her out.
Let him that makes mere trifles of his eyes lay hands on me. I'll leave by my own footing, but first I'll do my errand. Good Hermione, for she is good, has brought you forth a daughter. Here she is. Your good wife requests your blessing.
Out, hag! You devious, deceitful spy! Away with her!
Not so. I am as ignorant in that as you are in accusing me, and no less honest than you are mad, which is enough, I suppose, as this world goes, to pass for being honest.
Traitors! Will you not push her out? Give her the bastard! You coward! Are you so unmanned by your old clucking hen? Pick it up! Pick up the bastard and give it to your crone!
Forever contaminated are your hands if you pick up that babe by the foul name that he has put upon it.
He dreads his wife!
As I wish you did, then you would not claim your children were not yours.
Nest of traitors!
I am none, I swear it.
Oh, nor I, nor any, but one that's here, and that's himself. For he, the sacred honour of himself, his wife, his brightest son, his babe, betrays to slander, whose sting is sharper than a blade's, and will not dig up the root of his opinion, as rotten as ever oak or stone was sound.
A shrew, a boundless tongue, who browbeats her husband and now baits me. That brat is not mine, it is the offspring of Polixenes. So together with its mother, take it out and have it consumed with fire.
It is yours, and so like you that we may have cause to fear that she'll grow up sound of mind. Behold, the babe. Though the prince is little, the lettering's a copy of the father. Eyes, nose, lip, the angle of the forehead, the frown, the pretty dimples of chin and cheek, his smile, the very mould and frame of hand, nail, finger. And you, great goddess nature, who has shaped her so like him that made her, if you've shaped the makeup and colours of her mind, put no green in't, so she won't think, like he does, her children not her husband's.
Gross hag! And you coward are worthy to be shot if you're not shut her mouth. Now once more, take it out!
A most unworthy and unnatural man can do no more.
Oh, I'll have you burned.
Oh, I cannot. It is the heretic that makes the fire, not she that burns it. I'll not call you tyrant, but in this most cruel treatment of your wife, unable to produce more evidence than your weak-hinged fantasy, there is a whiff of tyranny, and it will make you vile and scandalous to the world.
Out of my chamber with her! If I were a tyrant, where were her life? She would not call me one if she didn't know me one.
I ask that you not push me. I'll be gone. Tend to your babe. She is yours. I pray she finds a kinder caregiver. Oh, why? Why force me out? You, sir, that plays the nanny to his follies, you will never do him good. No good at all. So, farewell. We are done.
You, coward, have set your wife to this. My child? Away with it! And you, who has a heart so tender for it, take it out and have it consumed with fire. You, and only you, shall perform this task, and bring me word within the hour that it's done, and with strong evidence, or I'll seize your life and all who you call yours. If you refuse, and choose to grapple with my wrath, say so. The bastard's brains, with these, my proper hands, I will dash out.
Leontes, on bended knee, I do beseech. I've always truly worked for you, and I ask that you value me in exchange for my loyalty, past and present. Please, I beg, refrain from this intent, which being so depraved will surely end in catastrophe.
I am a feather to each wind that blows. Shall I let on? Let it grow to call me father? Better burn it now than curse it then. But still, I'll do nothing. I'll let it live. You, sir, you who have been so meekly meddlesome with your Lady Shrew, your nagging midwife, to save this bastard's life, what would you do to save this brat's life?
Well, anything that my ability would undertake and nobleness allow, at least this much, I would pawn what little blood I have left to save this innocent. Anything possible.
It shall be possible. Swear by your life you'll do my bidding.
I will, sir.
Mark it and perform it. Do you hear? For the failure of any point in this will be certain death for yourself and your shrew, who, for the time, we pardon. We charge you, as you are loyal to us, to take this female bastard out to some remote and distant place quite out of the estate, and there you leave it, without more mercy to its own protection and favour of the climate. As by strange fortune it did come to us, we do in justice charge you on your soul's peril and your body's torture to take it to some remote place where fate will nurse or end it. Now pick it up!
I swear to do this, though a present death would be more merciful. Come, poor babe. Perhaps some god will instruct hawks and ravens to be your nursemaid. Wolves and bears, they say, have cast their savageness aside in similar acts of pity. For you, sir, I pray that you prosper more than which this deed deserves. I hope that fate is on her side against this cruelty. Poor child, condemned to die.
No! I'll not raise another man's child. You'll follow him. The oracle speaks. For now, a trial, so that we may arraign our most disloyal lady. For, as she has been publicly accused, so shall she have a just and open trial. While she lives, my heart will be a burden to me. Mamelias!
I'm coming!
Mamelias! Sit. Stay there. Come on! Sit! At this trial, to our grief, let us be cleared of being tyrannous, since we so openly proceed towards justice, which shall have due course, ending with the guilt or the acquittal. Read it.
No.
Mamelias, read it.
Hermione, wife to the worthy Leontes, you are hereby accused and will stand trial for... Dad, please.
For adultery! And for conspiring with Camillo. The plan having been in part exposed by recent events, let it also be shown that you, Hermione, knew about their planned escape.
Hermione is saying, since all that I can say is only that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part, none but what comes from myself, it hardly helps to say not guilty. My integrity, being heard as falsehood, shall, as I express it, be so received, except if powers divine behold our human actions, and they do, I do not doubt my innocence shall make false accusation blush, and tyranny tremble at patience. You, Leontes, best know, who least appear to know, my past life hath been as continent, as chaste, as true, as I am now unhappy. Which is more than any tragic play, as this one is, performed to please the audience. I plead and beg for life and honour for whoe'er it please to sit and watch. My worth is equal to my grief, which tallies high. My honour is passed from me onto mine, and it's for them I stand here.
That's why I'm here.
I appeal to your own memory, sir, before Polixenes came to Sicilia. How I was in your grace, and how worthy to be so. Since he left, I've been handed names and traits so dire that they transport me here. If I'm one speck beyond the bound of honour in act or thought that way inclining, hardened be the hearts of all who hear. And may my son and babe shout curses on my grave.
Those who have sin enough to do their heinous deeds need less than sin to deny them.
Yes, true enough. But that's an adage, sir, not apt for me.
Well, you will not own it.
More than being mistress of what's been thrust upon me baselessly, I can't claim ownership. For Polixenes, with whom I am accused, I do confess I loved him, but as his honour did require, with such a kind of love as might become a lady like me, with a love as large as you yourself commanded and no more, which not to have done, I think would have shown both disobedience and ingratitude to you and towards your friends, whose love had spoke ever since it could speak from an infant freely that it was yours. As for conspiracy, I know not how it tastes, though it be dished for me to try now. All I know of it is that Camillo is an honest man.
God.
And why he fled for Sicilia, the gods themselves. knowing no more than I, are ignorant.
You knew about their planned escape, as you knew what you had undertaken to do in their absence.
Sir, you speak a language I don't understand. My life's become the target of your dreams, and I surrender.
Your actions fill my dreams. You are a bastard with Polixenes, and I but dreamed it. Because you are so shameless, and those of her kind often are, and because you so selfishly cling to your lies, for this your bastard has been thrown out, left to die alone with no father to own it, the fault of which lies precisely at your feet, and you will feel our justice, the most merciful form of which will be to die.
Sir, spare your threats. The bug which you would fright me with, I seek. For me, life has become a worthless thing. The greatest treasure of my life, your honour, I count it lost, for I can feel it gone, but know not why it went. My second joy and first fruit of my body, from his presence I am barred, like one infectious. My third comfort, born most unfortunate, is from my breast the innocent milk in its most innocent mouth torn off and murdered. Myself on every street proclaimed a strumpet, and lastly, hurried here to this place before I have the strength to stand up. Now, husband, tell me, what blessings have I left here alive? That I should fear to die. Therefore proceed. But make no mistake, not for my life. I prize it not one bit. But for my honour, which I would free. If I'm to be condemned by sheer conjecture, all proof sleeping other than what your jealousy awakens?
No! No! Boy!
I say it's rigour and not justice.
The oracle speaks.
Hermione is true. Polixenes blameless. Camillo a loyal friend. Leontes a jealous tyrant. His innocent babe truly begotten, and Leontes shall live in perpetual dishonour if that which is lost be not found.
There is no truth in the oracle. This is witchcraft.
Dad,
the
not...
trial will continue.
Dad, no, it's not. She's...
Lilius? Lilius? Lilius?
No! Mama! Mama!
What's happening? What's happening?
Curse what I am about to say. He's gone. What?
Oh, gone.
He's dead!
Mama! Mama!
I'm sorry. Your beautiful boy is dead.
No! 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 Mama! Mama! Mama!
Heaven stab my injustices.
Look now and see what death is doing. This loss is fatal to your wife.
Take her out. I take her out. Her heart is overwhelmed. She will recover. I've too much believed my false suspicions. Take her out. Tenderly administer some remedies for life. I pray you. Pardon, heavens, my vain rejection of the truth. I'll reconcile with Polixenes. Entreat my wife, recall the good Camillo, who I do proclaim a man of truth and mercy, for being transported by my jealousies to bloody thoughts and to revenge, I chose Camillo to minister the poison to my friend Polixenes, which he had done so had not the right might Camillo thwarted my rash command, and to the certain hazard of all uncertainties himself set forth with nothing but his honour.
More the time! Oh. Cut my vest. Else my heart, breaking the seams, break too. What torments, tyrant, have you saved for me? What wheels, racks, fires? What flame, boiling in leads or oils? What old or newer torture must I receive when every word I speak deserves to feel your worst? Your tyranny, together working with your jealousies, notions too weak for boys, too juvenile for girls of 9. Oh, what harm they have done. And yet, run madder still, stark mad, for all your foolishness before this was a prelude. That you betrayed Polixenes was nothing. That just showed you a fool, inconstant, damnable, ungrateful. Nor was it much that you would have poisoned good Camillo's honour to make him kill Polixenes. Poor judgment's all we may say about that. And I suppose that throwing out your precious baby girl is nothing to fret over. Though a devil would cry tears through the fire, for he'd do it. Nor is it directly laid to you the death of Mamilius, whose noble, loving thoughts wise for one so young, shattered his heart when he heard how his cruel, foolish father scorned his gracious mum. Oh, no! This is not, no, laid at your feet, no! But the last, oh, Lord, when I have said, rain tears. Hermione, the sweetest, dearest creature's dead. And vengeance for it not come down yet.
The higher powers forbid it.
Oh, I say she's dead. I'll swear it. If not word nor oath convince you, go and see. If you can bring colour or lustre to her lip or eye, heat outwardly or breath within, I'll serve you as I would do the gods. No. 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 But oh, you tyrant. Do not repent these things, for they are heavier than all your cries can move. Resign yourself to nothing but despair. 1,000 knees, 10,000 years in prayer, naked fasting upon a barren mountain in harsh winter and storm perpetual would not move the gods to shed a tear for you.
Go on. Go on. We cannot talk too much. I do deserve all tongues to talk their bitterest. Please. No. Lead me to the body of my wife. My son. One grave shall be for both. On it The cause of their death shall be writ to name my shame perpetually. I'll go to the chapel once each day where they lie. The tears I shed there will be my recreation. Please, Leo, lead me.
Poor babe. I've heard it said that spirits of the dead may walk again. If this is true, your mother appeared to me last night, and never was a dream so like a waking. Came to me this vision, sometimes her head on one side, sometimes the other, like a grieving angel, a vessel full of sorrow, dressed in pure white robes, like holiness itself. She did approach the cabin where I lay. Thrice bowed before me, and trembling as if to begin to sign, her eyes became two watery spouts, and she cried and cried. And then she stopped and signed, Antigonus, since fate has chosen you against your kinder disposition to be the thrower out of my poor babe, according to your oath, there is land remote enough in Bohemia. There weep and leave her crying, because the babe is counted lost forever. Perdita, I ask you name her, for this ignoble act put on you by Leontes. You will never see your wife, Paulina, again. And then with shrieks, she melted into air. I, much frightened, in time composed myself, and I swore that this were real and no phantom. Dreams are toys, but for this once, though superstitiously, I will be moved by it. I do think Hermione has suffered death, and that Leontes, thinking that this is Polixenes' child, wants her to be left here in Bohemia to face life or death on the land of her real father. Blossom, may you thrive. Rest here. I have written your story down, and there's money enough to persuade some kind passerby to raise you with more to spare. The storm grows worse. Poor wretch, cast aside for her mother's sins, to face storms and what comes after. I cannot weep, but my heart bleeds and counts myself a villain to be by oath enjoined to this. Farewell. The sky frowns more and more. I have never seen it so dim by day. No.
Get back.
Bear?
I said get back!
No, the baby!
Don't make me say it.
Oh, Bear!
Yes!
Chippy! Chippy, chip, chip! If I had my way, the youth sleep away the years between 10 and 23. Just tuck 'em in bed and shut the door. 'Cause there's nothing in between but knocking up wenches, messing with youth folk, stealing, farting. Listen here. Would anyone except them boil brains of 19 or 22 hunting this weather? They have scared away 2 of my best sheep, which I fear the wolf will sooner find than me. Oh, yeah. If they are anywhere, they'll be by seaside, eating either. Good luck it be thy will. What have we here? Mercy on me. A baby. A teeny weeny baby. Boy or girl, I wonder. Mercy. Pretty little girl. This surely came from some messing around. I'm no scholar, but I can read the writing on the wall. And this came from some eye-reared lady in waiting sort. And this, wages paid for some trunk work, stair work, or behind door work. 2 that may do her warmer than the poor thing is now. I'll take her up, for pity's sake. I'll wait till my son comes. He is nearby. I heard him. Hello. William? William?
Hello! Mama!
What? You were right there. Well, you want to see a sight that will drop jaws long after you are dead and rotten? Come here. What's the matter, boy?
I've seen 2 such sights. One at sea, one at land. But I cannot say it is the sea because it's become sky. Both dark as grey, so that between sea and sky you cannot thrust a hairpin.
What?
I wish you could have seen how the sea raged and roared with huge waves that chewed up the shore, but that's beside the point. Oh, the piteous cry of those poor sailors. Sometimes I'd see them, then not see them. One minute the ship seemed to pierce the moon with its mainmast, the next minute it had been swallowed up by yeast and foam of the sea, and then had the land battle. See how the bear-like man tore out the other man's shoulder bone. How he cried to me for help. He said his name was Antigonus, a goodly man but to finish up on the ship. Oh, to see how the sea ate it up, and the poor souls on board roared with fright, and how the sea mocked those roars with roars of its own, and louder by a mile, and the poor gentleman roared, and the bear man mocked him. Together they roared louder than the sea and sailors both.
In the name of mercy, when was this?
No, please, since I've seen those sights. The men are not yet cold under the water, and all the bear man finished tearing up the gentleman who still can't see. Oh, God.
Very sad.
Oh, God.
Very sad, but... Look here. You met with things dying. I newborn. Here is a sight for you. And look here. Posh gown. And look there. Open up that box and see what's inside. I was told long ago by fairies I'd be rich one day. This is some changeling child. What's inside that box?
Money! Money!
The fairies were right, and bless me. Keep it close, lock your lips. Fortune has smiled on us, boy, and to thrive requires nothing but our secrecy. Let the sheep keep the ivy. We'll go home quickly.
You go home with your prizes. I'll go see if the bear's gone from the gentleman. And how much of him is left. If there's any, I'll bury it.
It's a good deed. And if you can discern a clue to who he was by what's left of him, bring me back to see it.
I will, and you'll help me dig the grave.
It's a lucky day, boy. We'll do good deeds on it.
I, who please some, test all, bring joy and terror to good and bad, who will make and then fix error, now take it upon me, in the name of time, to spread my wings, and think it not a crime that I, with my swift passage, move to fly over 16 years. The story I'll pass by through that wide gap, since it is within my power to overthrow law, and in one self-made hour to make and unmake custom. Let me act as I did long before you knew the fact that time itself would end. I, hangman to all things that came before, this I shall do to the freshest things now reigning, and make stale the glistening of my present tale as it now seems to be. If you'll not look askance, I'll turn my glass, and the years I will advance as if you had slept between. Leontes, the effects of his mad jealousy so grieving, he secludes himself. But shed no tear, gentle spectators, for now we are here in fair Bohemia, and remember well the son of Polixenes, which Florizel I now name to you. And with speed I race to tell of Perdita, grown in grace and fascination. What of her ensues, I'll try not to predict, but let time's news be known as it unfolds. A shepherd's daughter, and what comes next and what happens after is the pageantry of time. Allow me this, to choose what things to show and to dismiss, to tell my story well for your delight, for time is a precious thing, a speedy flight.
Perdita, Florizel, will you marry me? Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Yes!
Camillo, petition me no further. It sickens me to deny you anything, but it would kill me to grant this.
16 years since I've been here in Bohemia. 16 years, Polixenes, since I've seen my beloved Sicilia. I know I've long been away, but I wish to lay my bones there. Besides, the penitent Leontes has sent for me, and, if I may not be so bold as to think, I could be some comfort to him in his hour of need. This news makes more needful my departure.
If you love me, do not erase all your past good service by leaving me now. As for the sad state of Sicilia, I pray you, speak no more of it. The very mention of it pains me with the remembrance of penitent, as you call him, and regretful Leontes, my brother, whose loss of his most precious wife and children even now are to be lamented afresh. Tell me, when did you last see my son, Florida?
It's been 3 days since I last saw him. He's often gone from here, and a lot less negligent to his duties than he once was.
I've noticed this with some concern, so much so that I have spies within my service to observe him, and from them I got this report, that he is often at Bohemia farm, dwelling of a lowly shepherd, who from poverty and much to the surprise of her neighbours has come into unspeakable wealth.
I also have heard of this woman. They say she has a daughter of unspeakable quality.
This has been brought to my attention as well, and I fear that she is the bait that hooks him there. We must go to this place where, in disguise, we shall converse with the shepherd. It can't be too difficult to get from her simple mind the reason for my son's visits. I pray you, be my partner in this business, and think no more of sad Sicilia.
I willingly obey your command.
On, faithful Camillo, we must disguise ourselves.
When daffodils begin to grow, and lasses frolic in the hay, and everything begins to show, for seeding follows winter's grey, the white sheep bleaching on the wire, it makes me want to bed a doll. It sets my thieving heart afire. I'll sell that sheep, then drink and brawl. I used to work for Polixenes, and in my time I wore sharp suits. But now I'm out of service. Thank you. Should I mourn for that, my dear? The pale moon shines by night, and when I wander here and there, I usually go right. If outlaws wander free to live, and over common folk run riot, then my account I'll gladly give, and in the jail deny it. The business is sheets. Music sheets. Stealing sheets. Between the sheets. When a dog makes his bed, best guard your pillowcases. My father named me Autolycus, and being born under Mercury's planets, I am the picker-up of unprotected items. Betting dice and purchasing women brought me this finery, but my main work is petty theft. Thoughts of damnation? Yeah, we sleep 'em off till morning. Oh, a mark! A mark!
Let me see here. Every 11 sheep when shorn make a bundle of wool. Every bundle fetches £1 and 10. 1,500 shorn. Then, what's the tally for the wool?
See, if this trap holds, the woodchuck's mine.
I cannot do this without counters. Let me see here. What am I to buy for our sheep shearing feast? £3 of sugar, £5 of currants, rice. What was Sister Purda to do with rice? And my mother makes a queen of the feast and she lays it on.
Oh! Oh, curse the day I was born!
Oh, name of me!
Oh, pluck off these rags and bring me to death! Death!
And I suppose saw your already have clothes put on than to have yours taken off.
Oh, sir, they were more loathsome and offensive than the beatings I received, which were mighty ones and millions. Oh,
Goodness, much may come of a beating 1,000,000 times.
oh, I was beaten and robbed, sir. My money and my clothing taken from me and these disgusting rags put upon me. Oh.
Give me a hand.
Oh.
Come on. I'll help you. Go on.
Gently, sir. Sweet sir. Kind sir.
Ah, you poor soul.
Oh, I think I've sprained my... Oh, my shoulder blade.
Oh.
Yes. Oh.
Can you stand?
Yeah, gently, sir. Sweet sir. Oh, kind sir. Oh, you have done me a charitable service. Oh.
Do you need money? I mean, I have a little.
No. Keep your money, good sir. It would split my heart. Good sir.
What sort of fellow is he that robbed you?
He was a loathsome one, sir. Yeah. Said he keeps the company of naughty ladies. In fact, I do not know which of his virtues it was, but he was drummed out of Bohemia Park.
For his vices, I'll bet. You can't drum virtue out of Bohemia Park. You try to make it stay there, but always runs away.
Oh, yes, it must have been for his vices, sir. And he is known to people. They call him Autolycus.
Oh, curses on him! Thief! He robs funerals, fairs, and festivals.
Yeah, and he put these rags upon me.
Oh, there's no more cowardly rogue in all of Bohemia!
Yeah.
Oh, How are you now?
Yeah, I'm all right. I stand. I can walk. So I bid you adieu.
Shall I help you on your way?
No, good sir. Sweet son. No. Stay.
Then fare thee well. I'll go buy spices for our sheep shearing feast.
Oh, may you prosper, sir. Goodbye.
Oh, well, that...
Your purse is not near enough for your spices because it's here with me. And if this cheap one can't beget another, and shearers prove themselves cheap, then have me disgraced and my name writ in the book of virtues. Jog on, the footpathway, and through the prickly bushes, eh? The merry one sings all the day, and time will say as quickly, eh?
Birdie, sir!
Hey, where are you going? What's the matter?
Look at me! With your bright blooming garb, you less resemble a shepherdess than radiant goddess Flora hailing springtime start. This, your sheep shearing, is like a feast made for the petty gods, and you, the queen of it.
Gracious love, the heir of Bohemia Park, you have debased yourself in peasant's clothes, and me, a lowly maid, is dressed up like a goddess. Were not our festivals a wild free-for-all where the grazing guests digest it as custom, I would blush to see you so attired and faint were I to look into a mirror.
I bless the day that my dog Jeff made his escape across your mum's farm.
Oh, well, no time of plentiful joy. In me, our difference causes dread. Your privilege has not been used to fear, but how I tremble to think your father, by some accident, might pass this way as you did. The fates. How would he feel to see his son and heir dressed up this way? What would he say, or how should I, in these flamboyant flaunts, withstand the sternness of his judgment?
Comprehend nothing but joyfulness. The gods themselves, humbling their godliness for love, have taken the shape of beasts upon them. Their transformations were never for a piece of beauty rarer, nor were they near as pure, since my desires run not before my honour nor my lusts, burn as hot as our betrothal.
Oh. But, sir, your resolution It cannot hold when it is opposed, as it must be, by your father. One of two things will become necessary. Either you must forfeit your proposal, or I my life.
My dearest Perdita, do not allow these bleak thoughts to dispel the mirth of the feast. For either I am yours or not my father's. For I cannot be my own or anything to anyone if I am not yours. In this I am most certain. So, let the fates conspire!
Lady Fortune, may your love bless us.
Oh, see, your guests approach. Prepare yourself to entertain them sprightly and let's be flushed with mirth.
Good grief, my child. When my old wife lived, on this day, she would be a wench, butler and cook, both dame and servant, welcomed all, served all, her face on fire with labour. Your dawdling. There. Bid these unknown friends warm welcome. Let go your shyness. Present yourself as what you are, mistress of the festival. Come on, bid us welcome to your sheep shearing. Your good flock will prosper.
Sirs, welcome. It is my mother's will that I take on the hostessship of the day, so welcome, sirs, reverend sirs. Give me those flowers, that's all good. Reverend sirs, here for you, it's rosemary and some rue. These keep their beauty and their scent all winter long. May grace and remembrance shine upon you both, and welcome to our shearing.
Shepherdess, how clever of you to match our ages with flowers of winter.
Sir, the year grown older, not yet at summer's death, no, nor at the birth of trembling winter. The fairest flowers of the season are common daisies and striped carnations, which some call nature's bastards. Of that kind, our rustic garden's barren, and I refuse to plant seeds of them.
We'll make your garden rich in carnations and call them not bastards.
Well, I'll not shovel on earth to plant one seed of them. And no more than would I wish were my face painted. This youth would be bewitched, and only then desire to breed with me. Here for you, flowers, some warm lavender, there's some mint, there's some savoury, some marjoram, and there's more lavender, and there's marigold. These go to bed with the sun, and with them rises the dewdrops. These flowers of middle summer are best for good men of middle age. You are most welcome.
Had I the youth of your flock, I'd abandon grazing and only live by gazing.
Oh, come now, you'd be so thin that blasts of January would blow you through and through. Now, my fairest friend, I wish I had some flowers of the spring to match with your springtime. Thank you. And you, who wear the wreaths of virgins, but who feel the bloom of womanhood. Oh, Persephone, I wish for flowers that you, afraid, let fall from Hades' chariot, sprite daffodils that come before the swallow dares and brave the winds of March with their beauty. Violets, small but sweeter in the shape of Hera's eyes, or Aphrodite's breath, pale primroses that wilt unwed before they can behold Apollo's sunlit strength. It's a malady quite common to young maids. Bold oxlips and proud hollyhocks and lilies of all kinds the fleur-de-lis being one. These I lack to make you garlands of, and my sweet friend to strew him o'er and o'er.
What, like a corpse?
No, like a back for love to lie and play on. Not like a corpse, unless not to be buried, but alive and in my arms. Come, take your flowers. I think like all the plays I have seen at Sunday pastorals, and this dress of mine has changed my disposition.
All you do still betters what you've done. When you speak, sweet, I wish you do it always. And when you sing, I wish that every waking moment were filled with your song. And even when you're mad, you'd sing that too. And when you dance, you'd be a wave of the sea, so you might always do nothing but that. Move still, still so, and have no other doing. All you do so perfect in its own unique display crowns what you've done with each new present deed, so all your acts are queens.
Oh, Doricles, your praises are too large. If your wild youth and the true blood which shows clearly through it did not confirm you as a simple shepherd who would not lie, I might fear my Doricles. You wooed me with flattery.
I think you have as little cause to fear as I have reason to do it. Now, come with me and dance. Give me your hand, my perdita, like turtle doves which never wish to part.
To this I'll swear.
This is the prettiest shepherdess that ever ran on the pasture. All she does or says appears as something greater than herself. Too noble for this place.
He whispers something in her ear that makes her cheeks blush. Sweet girl. She's the queen of curds and cream.
Come on, strike up!
I don't have bad breath. Garlic to cover it. Yours is worse.
Stop! We're known for our good manners. See what I mean? Alright. Are you ready?
Oh yeah!
1, 2, 3, go!
Call me Sage, for that is my name.
Tell me, kind sage, what of this lad who dances so intently with your daughter?
They call him Doricles. He boasts he possesses many pastures. I count this true only from his report, but I believe it. He seems in earnest. Says he loves me daughter. I think so too. For never is the moon gaze upon the water as he'll stand and gaze into my daughter's eyes. And to be plain, thinks not half a kiss to tell who loves the other best.
She dances grandly.
She does everything. Though I don't mean to brag on that, but if that young Doricles should make to her, she will bring him things which he not dreams of.
Linen white as driven snow, satin black as nighttime glow, gloves as sweet as damask rose, mask for faces and for noses, petticoats and lacy shawls, for their guys to buy their dolls, hat pins, brooches, maids of steel, what maids lack from head to heel. Come buy from me, come buy, come buy, come buy, or else your girls will cry.
If I were not in love with Mopsa, I would not give you my money, but since my heart belongs to hers, I'll pay the ransom for certain ribbons and gloves.
He promised to give them to me before the festival, but late is better than never. He promised to give me more than that if rumours are true. Well, he has already given you all that he promised you. And maybe even more than that. And the gift's still growing, and it will shame you when you give it back to him.
No manners left among maids! Why do they speak through the underwear? Must you be tit-tattling in front of our guests? Thank goodness they speak amongst themselves now. Clap up your traps, and not another word!
All right.
Thank you.
I'm done. But you promised to buy me some silky lace and some silky gloves.
Didn't I tell you I got robbed on the road and lost all my money?
What?
Well, men should beware. There are petty thieves about everywhere, sir.
Fear not, man. There's no thieves here.
Oh, well, I hope not, sir, because I have many precious items with me.
What ballad sheets have you?
Oh, yes, buy some. I love a printed ballad. But then you can be sure that it is true.
I have this one. It goes, two maids wooing a man. It's known by every maid west of here. It's very popular, I assure you.
Oh, two maids wooing a man. Oh, we can sign it if you'll take a part. It's a three-way. We learned that last month.
Well, I can do it. It is my profession, after all. Let's go at it together. Let's play.
Leave me now, for I must go. Well, if it suits you not to know.
Enough! We'll finish this song later when we're alone. My mother and the gentleman are in serious talks, so we'll not bother them. You! Bring your wares with you. Wenches, I'll buy for you both. Follow me, girls.
Well, I'll give you all I have.
And you'll pay well for it, too.
The shepherd's symbol and tells much. This flirtation has gone on long enough. It's time to part them. How goes it, fair shepherd? Where is your mirth? It seems your heart is full of something that distracts you from the festival. In truth, when I was young and struck by love as you are, I was known to smother my sweetheart with souvenirs. I would have bought the peddler's treasury and laid it at her feet. You have bought nothing and let him leave.
Old sir, I know she prizes not great trifles such as these. The gifts she wants from me are packed and locked up in my heart and given already, but not delivered. Oh, hear me speak, my love, before this ancient man, who I should seem at one time loved. I take your hand, this hand, as soft as dove's down, or a newborn lamb, or moonlight glow, or powdered snow that's been sifted by the northern blast twice over.
What's happening here? How dexterously that young man plies the hand that was already soft. Pardon me. Carry on with your elucidations. Say what you profess.
And you'll be witness to it.
And this my neighbour also.
And he, and more than he, and men, the earth, the heavens, and all. Were I crowned the most imperial monarch and one most worthy, were I the fairest youth who ever made eyes dance, or possessed knowledge greater than any man's, I would not prize them without her love. For she employs them all, commends them and condemns them to her service, or to their own perdition.
Fairly offered.
This shows real affection.
But, my daughter, say you the same to him.
I cannot speak so well, nothing so well. No, nor mean better. In the temperate of my own thoughts, I now trace the sanctity of his.
Join hands a wedding! And friends, unknown, you shall bear witness to it. Come here, come here, come here. I give my daughter to him, and I will make her dowry equal his.
Oh, her dowry is the virtue of her soul. Upon a death, I shall inherit more than heir will need, enough to cause your wonderment. But come, contract us for these witnesses.
Come your hand, and daughter yours.
Wait, friend, a moment, please. Have you father or mother, lad?
A father, but what of him?
Nosy of this?
He neither does nor shall.
Well, to me it seems the father at his son's wedding is a guest that complements the table.
For reasons which I cannot share with you, grave sir, I shall not acquaint my father in this business.
Let him know it.
He shall not.
I pray you, tell him.
No, he must not.
Let him, my son. He'll have no need to grieve at learning your choice.
No, he must not witness our marriage.
Witness your divorce. I will not call you son. You are too base to be acknowledged. You, a fortune's heir who couples with a sheep book. You, old pimp. You're lucky that by killing you, I'll only cut short your life by 1 week. And you, fresh piece of excellent witchcraft. Of course you must know it's my foolish son you're bedding.
Mark!
I will have your beauty scratched by briars and made more homely than your station. And you, boy, if ever I hear you even sigh, for no more will you see this toy, for I shall not permit it. I will have you barred from your inheritance. Consider you an orphan, not my kin. Believe me in this. Now, follow us to the park. You, Claude, though full of our displeasure, for the time you're spared the lethal blow of it. You, enchantment good enough for a herdsman, even for him, except he's marred himself, and my blood within him is too good for you. If henceforth you open the rural latches to your entrance, or hoop your body round his with embraces, I will devise a death as cruel for you as you are vehement.
We are undone. But I was not afraid, and once or twice I was about to speak and tell him plainly that the same sun that shines on his caravan park hides not its warm light from our cottage, but shines onto both the same. Please, sir, be gone. I told you what would come of this. Be gone, sir. Of your own fortune, take care. This dream of mine being now awake, I'll queen it. No inch further, but milk my ewes and weep.
What say you, mother? Speak before dying.
cannot speak, or think, or dare to know that which I know, sir. You have undone a woman of 83, who went to fill her grave in quiet and to die upon the bed my mother died, lie close to her honest bones. But now some hitman will put on my shroud and bury me where no priest shovels in dirt. Cursed wretch! You knew this were Florizel, yet you dared to take up vows with him! Undone. Undone. If I should die within this hour, I shall live to die when I desire. Get.
Why look at me that way? I'm sorry, but not afraid. Delayed, but nothing's altered what I was. I remain. More straining on, but being pulled back, not following my leash unwillingly.
Gentle Florizel, you know your father's temper, and for now, I fear he will not have any speech, which I suppose you don't intend on giving. Neither, I fear, will he welcome sight of you. So, until his fury settles, do not go before him.
I do not intend to. Are you Camillo? How often did I warn you this would be? How often said our promises would last only until found out? We cannot fail unless we give up on our faith. Then let nature crush the sides of the earth together and ruin the seeds within. Lift up your eyes.
From my inheritance, wake me, father, I am heir to my affection.
Be advised!
I am, and by my passion, if my reason will to that be obedient, then I'll be sane. If not, my sense is more inclined towards madness, shall bid it welcome.
This is desperate, sir.
So name it, but it does fulfil my vow. And hear this from my honest heart, Camillo. Not for Bohemia, not for the son who may someday inherit, but all the sun sees, or the rich earth holds, or the deep sea hides in unknown fathoms, will I break my oath to her, my fair beloved. Therefore I beg you, because you've been my father's honoured friend, pass this upward to him. I've sailed away with her who I cannot hold here on shore. And most opportune to our needs, I have a sailboat docked nearby, though not prepared for this new plan. What course I mean to take shall not concern you to have knowledge of, nor will concern me sharing it.
Florizel, I wish your spirit were easier to advise or felt more needful of it.
I'll hear you by and by.
He is unpersuadable. He's resolved to leave. I'd be happy if his leaving could suit my needs. Save him from danger, show Polixenes love and honour, and catch sight again of my dear Sicilia and that unhappy Leontes whom I thirst to see.
Apologies, Camillo. I am so fraught with anxious business, I forgot all my manners.
Florizel, I think you are aware of the many services that I have done out of love for your father.
Of course. You've served him well. It's my father's music to praise your deeds and also his desire to have deeds granted upon you in turn.
Many thanks, and may it please you know that I love him well, and through him, what's nearest to him, which is your gracious self. Take hold of my direction. If your considered and well thought out plan will bend to alteration, in my honour, I will steer you to such receiving as becomes your status, where you'll enjoy your lady, for I can see that you'd much rather court madness, God forbid, than be parted from, and there you'll marry her. And in your absence, I, with my best persuasion, will bring your father into acceptance and strive to rectify this.
Ow! Camillo, may this almost a miracle be done. I would assess you closer to a god and humbly bow to you.
Have you decided on your destination?
I haven't yet, but as these unforeseen events have caused us to act hastily, we now profess ourselves to be the wards of chance and pawns of every wind that blows.
Listen to me. This is my plan. If you are still resolved to make for your escape, head for Sicilia, and there, yourself and your sweet bride, for so I see she must be, present yourself before Leontes. He will treat her well, as if she was the bride of his own son. I can almost see Leontes now, opening his arms wide and weeping his welcomes forth, beseeching, "Son, forgiveness of you, your father's surrogate," kissing your fresh bride and over dividing his words between sadness and joy. The one he chastens, the other he bids to grow faster than thought or time.
Worthy Camillo, what reason for my visitation shall I offer to him?
Sent by your kind father to greet him and bring him comfort. The manner of your bearing towards him, and things, as from your father you shall deliver, things known only between three of us, I'll write this down, so that it guides your way through every sitting what you must say to him, to convince him that you come from your father with his kindest greetings and speak his warmest heart.
I am bound to you. There is some worth in this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a better plan than launching yourself towards unknown shores, unpathed waters, miseries to spare, no one to help you. You'd swap one misfortune for another. Nothing more stable than your anchors to hold you in a place where you loathe to be. Besides, prosperity is the very bond of love, whose fresh complexion and whose heart together alter affliction.
I think one of these might be true. I think misfortune may subdue the cheek, but not suppress the spirit.
I cannot pity that you lack an education, for you are teacher to the teachers.
Sir, for this I'll blush you my thanks.
My prettiest powder, sir. Oh God, things we stand upon. Camillo, caretaker of my father, now of me, the medicine of our house. What shall I wear? I'm not tired as fair Bohemia's air, nor will be in Sicilia.
Oh, fear none of this. I think you know my fortunes are housed there. It will be my great pleasure to have you royally appointed, as though the scene you play were mine to direct. You shall want for nothing. I will write this message down, and being there as you arrive will clear up any doubts.
Praises on you. All that you say seems wise.
Who do we have here? Let's make instrument of him. Pass by nothing that will help us. Good day, sir.
Oh.
Why shake you so? We intend you no harm.
I am a poor fellow, sir.
Well, calm yourself. We don't intend to steal that from you. However, for the garments of your poverty, we must make an exchange. Understand that you must undress yourself and trade attire with this gentleman. And although he'll be the worse off, here is coin for your trouble.
I am a poor fellow, sir. I know him well enough.
Undress and quickly.
See, I have been earnest with you and therefore cannot, in conscience, take more of your money.
Unbuckle. Unbuckle. Fortunate perdita. We must conceal you in some corner. Take your love's hat, pull it down over your brow to shadow your face. Uncostume you, tamp down your demeanour, your sparkling demeanour. You must, for I fear eyes are watching, board the boat unseen.
I see the play is cast, and I must act a part.
No remedy. Have you done?
If I now met my father, he would not call me son.
No. You shall wear no hat. Come, lady, come. Farewell, friend.
Well, adieu, sir.
Oh, Perdita, what have we two forgot? Give me a word with you.
What I do now, I tell Polixenes of this escape and where the two are bound, at which time I convince him to make chase after them with me in his company, and therefore review Sicilia, for which I have a heartfelt longing.
Fortune speed us. We now set off for the boat.
The swifter the speed, the better.
I know this business well enough. A good ear, an open eye, a nimble hand is necessary for a pickpocket. A good nose is required also to sniff out work for the other senses. I see this is the era of the unjust man. What an encounter this has been, even without the windfall. Well, what windfall might flow from this encounter? I think the gods are spoiling me that I may act as I please without hesitation. Florizel was up to some trickery as well. He steals away from his father when he's clogged at his heels. I would not tell Polixenes even if I could profit from it. Well, in fact, I think it might be more profitable to conceal it, and thereby I am loyal to my profession. Oh. There's more fuel for a hot brain.
Look, you're in a pickle barrel. There's no other way but to tell Polixenes that she's a changeling and not your flesh and blood.
No, but listen.
No, but you listen.
Go on then.
If she is your flesh and blood, then your flesh and blood has not offended Polixenes, and so your flesh and blood should not be punished by him. Show those things that came along with her, those secret things. This being done, let Polixenes go whistle, I say.
I will. Tell him the old story. Every bit of it. Yeah, and all about his son's pranks too, who, I may say, were no honest man, neither to his father nor to me, when he set out to make me Polixenes' sister-in-law.
Indeed, sister-in-law is the farthest off from what you've been to him. And then your blood would have been worth heaven only knows how much more per ounce.
Oh, wise puppies, these two, eh?
Well, let's go to Polixenes. There is plenty in this bundle to make him scratch his beard.
I wonder how this news will impede the escape of Florizel.
I praise at his office today.
But I'm not always honest, although I am sometimes perchance. So, let me pack up my peddler's excrement. Ah! Greetings, rustics! Where are you off to?
Caravan park, if it please you, worship.
Well, what business do you have there? What And with whom? What's your name, your age, your lineage, and any other personal information? Disclose immediately.
We're only plain people, sir.
Well, that's a lie. You're rough and hairy.
If it please, you're from the city, sir?
Oh, well. Whether it please me or not, I am from the city. Can you not tell from my city attire? Do you not think my stance reflects the posture of the city? Does your nose not detect a city odour upon me? Does my spaceness not declare your baseness? Think that thou, because I attempt to extract thy business from me, that I am not a city slicker. I am a city slicker from head to toe, one who can push on or pluck back your business there. Therefore, I say, release the cat from the bag.
My business, sir, is with Polixenes.
Well, what advocate do you have to speak on your behalf?
I don't know, sir.
Well, what's in the box? What's in the bundle? What's in the box?
Sir, this bundle and box contains secrets that no one must know but Polixenes, and he shall know them within the hour if I can get to speak with him.
Old woman, you are wasting your time.
Why?
Well, because
sir?
Polixenes is not at the caravan park. He's on his boat, purging his melancholy. But if you are able to understand serious matters, Polixenes is full of grief.
So I've heard, sir. My son almost married a shepherd's daughter.
Oh, well, if the shepherdess hasn't been abducted, she should skip out now. Oh, the curses that are aimed at her, the tortures she'll be put to would break the back of a monster or her heart. Oh.
You think so, sir?
Oh, well, not only shall she suffer, but all of her relations, removed up to 50 times, shall be the hitman's targets.
Does the old woman have a son or not, by the by, sir?
Oh, yes, she has a son, and he will be flayed alive, then covered with honey and tied to the top of a wasp nest until he's 3/4 dead. Then he'll be revived with distilled liquids or other hot tonics, then placed against a brick wall with the sun searing southern eye upon him and picked apart by squirrels? Yeah, but why should we worry about these rascals when we can chuckle at their miseries, eh? You seem like good and honest folk, and therefore, if you give me the respect I deserve, I will escort you to Polixenes' boat, whisper to him on your behalf. If there is a man who could affect your outcome beside Polixenes, here is the man for the task.
He seems to be of great authority. Give him money. For though authority is like a stubborn bear, it's often led by the nose with money. Touch the inside of a person to the outside of his hand. And hurry up. And remember, picked apart, flayed alive.
If it please you, sir, to undertake this business for us, here is all the money I carry with me. I will double that, and I will leave this young man here in pawn with you till I can fetch it.
After I've done what I promised.
Yes, sir.
Well, give me the money. Give me the offering. Go on, give it to me.
No.
Now, go down there, along the shore side, on the right side. Polixenes' boat is there. I've just got to water the flowers.
We are blessed to know this man, solemnly blessed.
Come on, let's go, Ed. He's here to do us good. Come on.
Oh my God.
I could not be honest, even if the gods would allow it. The way I see it, I have two options. One's for money, and the other to do Florizel, me former master's son, some good. And who knows how that might benefit me. I'll take these two fools to Florizel's boat. If he throws them back on shore, thinking the news they have for Polixenes is of no consequence, then let him Call me a rogue for being meddlesome, for it is a title I am mated to after all. I will present them to him. It may be of some consequence.
The High Priestess. Judgment. The Sun.
Years to the day. I must to a grave. And the little boys too.
But you've done enough and performed a saint-like sorrow. No fault could make which you have not redeemed. Indeed, you have paid more penitence than you have sinned. At last, do as the gods have done. Forgive your sins, and with them forgive yourself.
When I remember her and her virtues, I cannot forget the harm I've done her, and in doing so, the harm I did myself, which left my family childless and destroyed the sweetest companion that e'er man did bread his hopes out of.
True. Too true. If one by one you wedded all the world, or from each person living took something good to make the perfect woman, she you killed would be unparalleled.
I agree, but killed? I killed? I did so, but you strike me sorely to say it. It's as bitter in your tongue as it is in my mind. Please, I beg, say so less often.
It's not right, good lady. You could have spoken 1,000 times, though, done the time of benefit and showed your mercy better.
You are one of those who would have him wed again.
If you do not, you pity not the estate nor the memory of his most respected name, and care too little what danger from a lack of an heir will drop upon the court and devour its population. What could be more sacred than to have his former wife sleep well? What could be more blessed for posterity, present around for the future's sake, to bless the bed of Leontes again with a sweet partner to it?
There's no one worthy compared to her that's gone.
Paulina, who holds the memory of Hermione dear, I know. If only I'd listened to your counsel, then I might be able to see her bright eyes once more, or take treasure from those lips.
And left them more rich for what they yielded.
True. But no more wives, therefore no such wife. One worse but better loved might cause the spirit of Hermione to repossess her corpse at the hour of the wedding and cry, "Why did you this?"
I'd do the same. Were I a ghost that walked, I'd tell you, look in your bride's eyes and say for what dull part in them you chose her. And then I'd shriek so loud your ears would burst their drums, and the last word spoken would be, "Remember me."
Stars, bright stars, and all of their eyes, but dead coal. Fear not, Paulina. I'll take no other wife.
Here presents himself as Florizel, son of Polixenes, and his bride.
Were I but 21, your father's likeness is etched on your face, that I might call you brother and reminisce about the times we've had. You are welcome here, and your fair bride.
Purser.
Oh, my heart. That I had lost a couple that stood between heaven and earth, as you, causing wonder, do now, gracious couple. You also, through my own folly, lost the companionship and good friendship of your father, who I would give my life once more to look upon.
By his command. I have come to Sicilia, and from him give all the greetings that a man and friend can give his brother. But for infirmity, which with his age has somewhat blotted out his sound agility, he would have himself traverse the lands and waters tween your home to look once more upon you, who he loves. He bid me say so, more than all the world.
Oh, my brother. Oh. Gracious gentlemen, the wrongs I've done you stir afresh within me, and your kind words, especially kind, serve as a reminder of my shameful neglect. You are most welcome here, like a springtime on the earth. And yet, you risk this precious jewel across dangerous waters, or at least ungentle at the roiling sea, to meet a man not worthy of her time, much less the risking of her precious life.
Good sir, she's come from Portugal, yeah.
Yeah. From Portugal?
Yeah. Hola. From there, and from her mother, whose tears proclaimed her daughter hers before we parted from Portugal, our boat sailed here to execute the charge my father gave me visiting you.
Goodly gentlemen, your gracious father against whom I have sinned, for which the heavens punished me, leaving me childless. But your father is blessed because he has you and he merits it. What my life would have been had I a son and daughter as you was worthy to look upon.
You not believe what I've come to say, will not the proof so near? Please you, good sir. Polixenes' officer's greetings sent to me, and ask that you know that his son has cast off his duty and dignity by fleeing from his father from his home.
Where is Polixenes?
He's on his way. If I speak breathlessly, it's because I marvel at my message. While Polixenes was hurrying to Sicilia in pursuit of this fair couple, he meets on the way the mother of this fortunate lady and her brother, who along with Floricel are on the run.
Camillo has betrayed me, whose honour and whose honesty till now endured all weathers.
Accuse him in person. He's with your father.
Who, Camillo?
Camillo, sir. I spoke with him and now he is questioning this one's mother and her son. He says Polixenes is threatening them with most horrific deaths.
My poor mother! The gods have set spies on us. They'll not let our promises be kept.
Wait, are you two not married?
No, sir, we are not, nor are likely to be. The fates will kiss the sunken valley, and the odds for ill-starred outcomes now are tipped. Though fortune is our stubborn enemy and chases us with my father, it has no sway to change our love. I pray you, good sir, remember when you owed no more to time than I do now. In memory of your youth, become my advocate. At your request, my father will grant precious things as nothings.
Well, would he do so? I'd beg for your prized mistress, whom he considers nothing.
Your eye has too much youth in it. Not a month before she died, your wife was worth more such gazes as she you look on now.
Well, I thought of her as this girl met my gaze. But your request goes unanswered. I will speak to your father. Your honour not overthrown by your desires. I'm a friend to them and to you. Come with me now and see how well I do. We'll speak to him. Come.
I was there at the opening of the bundle and box and heard the old shepherd tell how she had found it. But then, following astonishment by all, I was ordered out the chamber. And on my way out, I thought I heard the shepherd say, "She found the child." I witnessed only that. And the reactions of Leontes and Camillo at the reuniting, which were filled with awe. When they beheld each other, their eyes too large to fit their heads. They were speaking in the silence, language in the quiet gestures. It looked as though they'd found a world redeemed or else one destroyed. And then a gentleman said, "There's nothing but fireworks. The oracle spoke true. Leontes' daughter is found." Such a burst of wonder broke out within an hour that songwriters couldn't find the words to express it. Then another one said, "Leontes has found his daughter is true. If truth could be born out of circumstance, would it be the cloak of Hermione, the letters of Antigonus with it, the beauty of the young lady who resembles her mother, and many other evidences proclaim with all certainty to be Leontes' daughter." Leontes and Polixenes are reunited. Had you been there, you would have felt such joy that it seemed sorrow wept to take its leave of them, for their joy waded in tears. Leontes was ready to leap out of his skin, having found his daughter. But then, as if that gift had then become a loss, cried, "Oh, your mother, your mother." Then he begged Polixenes' forgiveness, then embraced his son-in-law, then again smothered his daughter with desperate embraces. Next, he thanked the old shepherd, who walked away with her son, sobbing like a weather-beaten waterspout. One of the most touching moments was the telling of Hermione's death and how she came to it, which was bravely confessed and lamented by Leontes. How pierced with rapt attention was his daughter, until finally she uttered an "alas" and seemed to bleed tears. And then I felt my own heart weep blood too. Someone made out of stone would have wept. Then Perdita learnt of her mother's statue, which is in the keeping of Paulina, a piece of art many years in the making and recently completed. With hungry hearts, everyone's with Paulina to view the statue.
As she lived peerless, so I truly believe her dead likeness exalts all art that you have looked upon. Here it is. Prepare to see true life as closely mirrored as ever calm sleep mirrored death. Behold, see for yourself. I like your silence. It does well reflect your wonder, but now speak. Well, first you, Leontes. Bears it not some likeness?
A natural posture. Chide me, stone, for saying you are Hermione, or rather, you are her because you do not chide me, for she was as gentle as infancy and grace. Paulina, Hermione was not so wrinkled nor so aged as this looks.
No, not nearly.
And that reflects our sculptor's excellence, for she passes by some 16 years and sculpts her as she would look now.
As now she might have lived. As welcome as it is to see her thus, it pierces me to my soul. She stood like this, with every drop of beauty and warm life as this now coldly stands when I first wooed her. I am ashamed. Does the stone rebuke me for being more stone than it? Perfect art. There's magic in your perfection that conjures my evils to remembrance and makes your admiring daughter into a form that stands stone-like before you.
Give me leave. And do not say it's superstition that I kneel and then ask for her blessing. Lady, dear mother, that ended just as I began. Give me that hand of yours to kiss.
Have patience. The statue is only recently complete. The paint is not yet dry.
Leontes, your sadness has lasted far too long that 16 winters have not yet blown it away, nor 16 summers dried up. Any happiness would not have lasted this long, and any sorrow would have been extinguished long ago.
Dear brother, let me, who is the cause of this pain, take from you, well, have the power to take from you as much grief as I can carry myself.
Indeed, if I had thought the sight of this depiction would thus have pained you, for the work is mine, I'd not have shown it.
Do not cover her.
No longer shall you gaze upon't, else while gazing you might think you saw it move.
I was sworn I thought that already. Friend, does she not breathe? Does her veins still not pump blood?
A masterpiece. The glow of life is fresh upon her lip.
Iris of her eye has motion in it. Are we fooled by art?
I'll cover it up. Leontes is so far transported that he soon shall say it lives.
No, sweet Paulina. Transport me 20 years or more, for no sober sense of the real world can match the pleasure of this madness. Let it alone.
I'm sorry that I have stirred you this far, but I could amaze you further.
Do, Paulina, for this affliction tastes as sweet as any healing tonic. Still yet she softly breathes. What chisel yet can... Let no one mock me. I must kiss her.
Leontes, move back. The rosy paint upon her lip is wet. You'll mar it if you kiss it. Stain your lip with oily pigment. Shall I cover her?
No! Not for 20 years.
I could that long. Stand by and look her on.
Either retreat and leave this place, or prepare yourselves for more amazement. If you can withstand it, I'll make the statue move. Indeed, descend, take you by the hand.
What you can make her do, we're content to look on. What you can make a sign, we are content to see.
Now, all stand still. But those who think it is unkindly witchcraft I am about, let them depart.
Proceed. Not a foot shall stir.
It is required that you awake your faith. It's time. Descend. Be stone no more. Approach. Fill all who witness you with marvel. Come. I'll fill your grave up. Move. Yes. Come towards us. Bequeath to death your numbness, for from death, dear life redeems you. Well, you perceive she stirs. Well, do not be afraid. Her actions are as safe as my good spell is kind. Never shun her while she's in living breath, else you kill her twice.
She's warm.
Look how they embrace, mother and daughter.
She wraps her arms around her neck. And so it seems Hermione is alive. Let her sign too.
Yes, let us know where she lived or how she was brought back from the dead.
If I had told you she was alive, you would have laughed as if I told you a fairy tale. And yet, it appears she lives. She's saying, "You gods, look down and from your sacred vials pour your blessings upon my daughter's head." She's saying, "Tell me, child, where have you been living? How did you know you were from Sicilia?" For I can tell you now that because Paulina said the oracle told us you might still be alive, I have preserved myself, wishing that you were. Oh, there's time enough for that. No one would dare interrupt your joys with stories of their trials. Oh, now, here's your son-to-be, Polixenes' son, who, by providence, is engaged to your daughter.
I'm sorry. I did wrong.
Precious winners all.